Deep in the rainforest, there is an old shed, crafted into a little oasis of creativity. This is the story of how this magical place came into being, and the life-changing journey of learning to build, craft, and live in harmony with nature.
I'm feeling overwhelmingly proud.
When we first renovated this studio, we looked to nature for all the answers. We found knowledge in the stars, sun, wind, and trees, and we knew where to begin. We found big old windows that were being thrown out, and we placed them to the north so that the sweep of the low winter sun would fill the room with its warmth. There were old floorboards being sold as scrap from the mill. They were scarred with knots and holes, and they were difficult lengths, but we patched them together and sanded the timber over the course of days, laying out a sprawling floor mapped with character and meaning. We raised walls made from recycled hay and found more doors that had been destined for landfill. They opened to invite a cross breeze from the south. We roofed the weathered beams with old tin, collecting the rain that once rotted them. Then, and now, we felt an awakening of something within us. We found the ability to do anything. But now, a few years on, this ongoing project needs some work. The old doors are rotting, the roof is leaking, and there are a few too many snake friends that sneak into the holes in the walls. Making this old shed livable is a pretty impossible task. It's built from layers upon layers of recycled materials. Old tin, hand-milled timber, second-hand doors and floorboards. It's honestly a bit of a ramshackle mess, but we're going to try our best to make it beautiful. We started by removing the old doors with a plan to upcycle their glass into new windows. We shuffled the old doors from one side of the shed to their new spot now. And now, this week, I'm going to build a stud wall, and the lesson that I'm learning the most is that I have a long way to go.
You're right-handed, so come and stand here and put your measurement on there.
Okay, I forget the measurement, I left it inside.
Building is one of those things that feels impossible. The huge amount of knowledge that I know that I don't have is so clear in front of me. I've got my uncle to help though, so I can ask him questions whenever I need. And at the moment, that's approximately every 3 seconds.
And then when you get to the line, like make sure you're square across there.
Yep.
Just go with the saw and it'll break it.
Do I cut from the other side as well?
No, that's it. Look, then you get down to the square.
Yeah.
And then now just go. Boom. Yep, it should just break.
It doesn't.
Oh, we'll do it.
Yay.
Though, like with any skill, as you begin to just try, you can see yourself get better, and this knowledge suddenly feels a little bit more attainable. Pretty quickly, you feel yourself pick up new habits, see a job ahead of you, or do something just a little bit better. Still, with a lot of mistakes along the way.
So easy.
What goes in first?
Now what you need to do...
Oh, I forgot the...
Oh, fuck. With your pencil, put a mark on there where it's going to intersect with this one.
What if I left my pencil outside? And it was your pencil that I stole? Oh, there's another pencil!
Take that.
I'm collecting tape measures, I've got 3 out there.
This art studio was an old shed that our dad built. When he died, it was unfinished and rotting in the weather. This place came to represent all that we had lost. The old tools around us were a painful reminder of the skills that we never learnt from him. He was a self-taught builder though, and we've begun to realise that even though he is gone, we can try to learn his craft by studying his creations, by being guided by nature in the same ways that he was, and by accepting help from our community around us.
That's it.
Our family name means of the axe. We were once people of the woods who saved a nobleman with the strength of our tools, and we were given a name to honour this.
That was only 6 hits. That's a personal record.
Thinking of this story, we imagined our dad within the frame of this building, saddling a beam with a smile, carving wood and letting a shower of sawdust fall meters below. He built in the way of an ancient woodsman, and now we understand that this knowledge of the axe was within him. He was never taught, but he must have learned from the guidance of our name. Holding his worn tools within our own hands, we've realised that this wisdom must be within us too. And we're finally finishing the project that he started so many years ago.
I finished my noggins!
Huzzah!
Amongst our dad's old tools are also his banana farming tools, like this old rusty machete that is so blunt, but it has guided me to start to learn to farm bananas myself. It's been just a few years, but already I have this little patch growing beautifully.
I've been meaning to harvest these bananas for a few weeks now, and I'm a bit late. They've almost gone yellow and the birds have started to eat them, but there's a few still okay, so it should be alright. That's planted. The bunch is hanging over the fence, so it's going to be pretty hard, but I think I'll just let them fall down into the paddock and then collect them from there. Oh, sack! Alright, let's get these bananas. Easy. I'm learning a lesson here that I shouldn't plant bananas on the fence line because it makes it really hard to harvest. So my next ones I'm moving up the hill a bit more. A proud harvest. It's so heavy. I'm proud that I've grown so much fruit that it's hard to carry. Oh, it feels so amazing to grow your own food. That satisfaction is like nothing else in the world, especially because bananas are such a commercialized fruit that can be shipped so far across the world, but I'm lucky to be able to grow them in my backyard. I'm feeling very proud. So heavy.
Slowly, we're cleaning up all the things that we never finished in the studio. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but we always seem to do 90% of a project and then it feels like it's finished, so we never do the rest. It's a bad habit, so this time we're really trying to finish everything. And each day, as I learn a new skill or do something wrong, I can feel myself learning.
My favourite thing about working alongside Uncle Adam is his directions to get things, and right now it is the square box with the special things. This is all the square boxes. And then I went back to ask for more and it's orange, but then I found one that was black and that was the one. Highlights from the building site today were number 1, when Adam swallowed a fly. That was really funny. Number 2 was 10 minutes after Adam swallowed a fly when the fly was still alive and it was buzzing around inside of him and he was freaking out. That was a highlight for sure. Number 3 is listening to Adam's strange country radio where they yell out the stock prices for cows and heifers, and I find that really funny. I forgot, my other highlight of the day is learning to build a stud wall and the incredible satisfaction of building something with your hands and learning all this generational knowledge and hanging out with my uncle and learning skills that are often inaccessible to women, and yeah, but probably the time that Adam swallowed a fly still tops it all.
The next step in my journey of learning to build is working out how to put lining boards on my stud wall. I can now hammer a lot better than just a few days ago when I started, so this feels very exciting. The old tools are so rough, but I'm even learning how to measure and cut boards to fit around all the wonky beams, holes and tricky corners.
I am so close to finishing this wall. I ran out with 3 boards to go, but I went and got them, so I'm just finishing it off now. And I'm a bit scared because I need to put this in, and I don't know how to do it, and I've never done it before. And I think I'm gonna have to like split a board down so that it can go here. But then also I don't think this one's gonna go in without me cutting out a little notch for this to fit in. Ooh, I did not mean to do it like that. What is it? Dang! I'm feeling overwhelmingly proud. I built this whole wall on my own, the studs and everything, all of the lining boards, and I'm finished. It reminds me that building's always this thing in my head that just seems impossible and so many tasks that I don't know, but once you start doing it, you kind of realize that it's just step by step, and you can slowly learn as you just learn one thing and then the next and then the next. And I guess it's like anything in life, but it's just got me feeling really inspired for I can do anything. If I can build a wall, what next?
These tasks are always overwhelming from afar, and quite often they feel impossible. But it's funny, once you start something, you notice that yes, it might be a massive, scary, unknown thing, but also it's just lots of small, not so scary things. The task of renovating an art studio is really just hundreds of small, easy moments spent learning.
Do you know what a cheese grater one is?
Board by board, new skill by new skill, a wall is built. Our dad didn't get to teach us to build, but he taught us this way of learning. This way of seeing a project as many small adjoining parts, and how to take this mindset into all aspects of life.
Oh, I did that one time.
He knew which timber to use by watching the old banana farmers, and how to craft it by looking up at the buildings around him. He learned how to chainsaw by trying, failing, and trying again. What he left to us wasn't necessarily skills, but rather the willingness to learn. And now, our dad's old tools are being used again, and the skills of the axe grow in our tired muscles.
Well, I'm pretty proud of that, even though it's a bit dirty.
Thank you so much to our community of patrons, always making us so inspired to garden, cook, create, and care for the land.